In today's video, I'm going to be talking about and teaching you whether or not you have a money paradigm. Now, if you don't know what a money paradigm or even a paradigm is, I highly suggest that you catch my video called What is a Paradigm? Very simple. But even for the purposes of this video, pretend a paradigm is a block. So how do you know you've got a money block? How do you know you've got a money paradigm? And if you're new to this channel, my name is Linda Carmichael and I am a human performance and mindset expert. And I'm teaching clients each and every week how to rewire their paradigms so they can be successful on automatic. My strapline is ditch your strategies and your systems and automate your mindset because it is your businesses and your life's greatest asset. Let's get into this. How do you know if you've got a money paradigm? Here's the thing that a lot of gurus won't tell you, especially when they're gatekeeping from you, is that we all have money paradigms, each and every one of us. The difference is some of us have positive money paradigms and some of us have negative money paradigms. You can have both positive and negative money paradigms at the same time, but they show up differently. And that's what I want to teach you about today. I really want to help you recognize them. So let me just give you a few examples of what I mean by a positive money paradigm. Now, a positive money paradigm isn't somebody who's foolish with their money and just spend, 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 spend. That's not a positive money paradigm. But someone with a really positive money paradigm rests on the understanding and the belief that there's no limit to money. Money is limitless. There's plenty of it to go around. And so they are less likely to base their decisions on money. Let's pretend you're buying a car. Somebody with a positive money paradigm will decide on a car for reasons such as style of the car, the color, the make, the model, the performance, the safety, whatever it is that's important to them. They won't base their decision on how much it costs. And that's the important thing here. If you're always basing your decisions on the money first, that's an indication you've got negative money paradigms. So what you really want to be in a position, this is how I help my clients, is that they build themselves up and not just in their mind. This is not just fantasy. I help them create a life where they have the finances, they have the money in the bank, they have the cash there that they can start deciding what they want without having to think about the money. And that's a really big relief for them. But if you're somebody that is like, oh, I like this car. It's really nice. It's gorgeous. How much is it? Oh no, that's not for me. Now, saying that, I want to caveat that because this is a very complex area. It's not black or white. You can still have a positive money paradigm and still have budgets. Okay? I want you to know that. But the real indicator is that when there's something you really want or you really need and you know it's going to be good for you and you're holding back because of the price, that's a money paradigm. And in those situations, it's never about the money. And now you're probably thinking, Linda, you've just contradicted yourself. It's not about the money. You're just holding on to this idea that it's because you don't have this money, that's why you can't do something. When you make the decision first, the money will arrive. And you'll have experienced this. You will experience this maybe, and I experienced this before I even got into this material where I decided I really wanted something and I didn't have the money, but I still got it. Maybe I booked a holiday and I paid a deposit on the holiday, and I had maybe 6 weeks to pay it off before I was going away. And you see those weeks dwindling down, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have the money for this. Guess what? Haven't missed a holiday yet. Because when you have made your decision, your money paradigm will work in accordance with your beliefs. So if you're like, I'm getting this no matter what, I'm going on this holiday, this car is mine, I'm going to buy in this house, it shifts your thinking completely and your actions because every action that we take in life comes from our paradigms. So if you've got a lack money paradigm, it can show now it shows up in different ways, but like when you put money first in every decision that you make, even when you know you really want or need something, big indicator you have a negative money paradigm. But negative money paradigms are sneaky, okay? Because they can also look like this: overspending, spending money that you don't have, getting yourself into debt. That can be a negative money paradigm. Maybe you find yourself and you've got yourself out a little bit of a hole, you eventually have money. Suddenly then you see something, you splurge, and you're back to zero. Maybe that's happened to you. The whole point of this video is to tell you that don't let anybody think that money paradigms are only negative because it's simply not true. You can have both positive and negative, and you can have them at different things in your life. You know, there may be things where you're like, you know what? It's about choice and about boundaries, what you're prepared to spend. And I always kind of say like everybody has a thing that they are willing to trade their money for. You know, some people want to fly first class. Other people are like, well, I don't really want to spend my money that way. I'm happy to fly in economy, but when it comes to ordering at the restaurant, I love to buy the most expensive meal and the finest wine. Where somebody else like, wine doesn't really entertain me. I just like water. It's not a big deal. Doesn't mean you've got a negative money paradigm. It just means that your preferences are different. So that's the main difference between a negative money paradigm and a positive one. And I see this from time to time when people are in sales, they make it think that they allow you to make you think, oh, you've got a negative belief around money and it's a money block. No, sometimes it's just a personal choice. Okay? We all have money paradigms. All they show up differently in different ways. An example I want to share with you actually is a client I had recently, and they had an opportunity to go to a restaurant, and they went, but they because they weren't like excited to go, they thought, oh, I must have a negative money paradigm. So when I got speaking to them and we talked about, well, what else happened during the day, and where was your thinking, and we just talked about things before this opportunity came up. What transpired was as it was nothing to do with the money. They were just really tired that day, and that's why they weren't jumping at the chance to go to the restaurant. Okay? It's really important when you're dealing with these kinds of mindset blocks with regards to money and belief systems and your self-confidence and your self-image is that you work with somebody who is qualified to guide you through. Otherwise, you misdiagnose yourself and you start to create this new belief that's not even true. So before they started to build this belief system that, oh, I must be building a negative money paradigm, I was like, no, you were just tired. Don't even get into that side of the equation. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. Please do drop me a like and leave a comment if you have any questions. I'm always happy to answer, and I'd really love a subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.